Learn like a child with these 5 secrets. Ever wondered why children seem to pick up languages effortlessly while adults struggle? Imagine if you could tap into that same natural ability to accelerate your English learning. Join us as we reveal 5 powerful secrets that can help you speak English like a native and make your learning experience both fun and successful. Welcome to MediaDeem's latest audiobook, where we unlock the secrets to mastering English with the same ease and enthusiasm as a child. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your skills, this guide will provide you with invaluable insights and practical tips to make your language learning journey both effective and enjoyable. Discover the hidden advantages of learning like a child and transform your approach to English. Summary of focus points. Mastering pronunciation. Learn why children excel in pronunciation and how you can use similar techniques to improve your own accent. The power of 20,000 hours. Discover the impact of immersive language exposure and how to create similar opportunities for yourself. Shoshin, beginner's mind. Embrace the mindset that allows children to learn effortlessly and overcome adult learning blocks. Commitment beyond a hobby. Understand why treating language learning as a serious commitment is crucial for making significant progress. Embracing challenges. Recognize that language learning is inherently challenging and learn how to navigate the ups and downs effectively. What you will learn. Techniques to enhance your English pronunciation by mimicking how children learn. Strategies to immerse yourself in the language as effectively as a child. How to cultivate a beginner's mindset to overcome language learning obstacles. The importance of treating language learning with dedication and consistency. Insights into managing the complexities and challenges of learning a new language. Tune in and start your journey towards fluent English today. Focus point 1. Mastering pronunciation. Pronunciation is a crucial aspect of mastering any language, and it's an area where children often outperform adults. This advantage can be traced to several factors related to how children learn and process language. Children, particularly those under the age of 7, possess what is known as neural plasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and reorganize itself. This high level of plasticity makes it easier for young learners to absorb and reproduce new sounds. According to the critical period hypothesis, this plasticity gradually diminishes as we age, making perfect pronunciation more challenging for adults. Research by linguists such as Eric Lenneberg has highlighted that there is a critical period during which language acquisition is at its peak. This period extends from birth to around puberty. During this time, children's auditory systems are exceptionally adept at picking up subtle differences in sounds. For instance, young children can discern and produce phonetic contrasts that may be imperceptible to adult learners. A study published in the journal Cognition found that infants as young as 6 months old can distinguish between phonetic sounds that are not present in their native language, demonstrating their remarkable auditory sensitivity. To illustrate, consider the difficulty many adults face with the R and L sounds in English, particularly if their native language lacks these distinctions. Children, on the other hand, are able to learn and reproduce these sounds more naturally because their brains are still highly adaptable. One effective method to harness this natural ability is through listening practice. Just as children learn by hearing language all around them, adults can improve their pronunciation by immersing themselves in the sounds of English. Listening to native speakers through podcasts, audiobooks, and conversations helps adults attune their ears to the nuances of pronunciation. Another technique is imitative practice, where adults mimic the sounds and intonation of native speakers. This can be done by repeating phrases, paying close attention to the rhythm and stress patterns of speech. For instance, shadowing exercises, where learners repeat speech immediately after hearing it, can improve both pronunciation and fluency. Incorporating phonetic training can also be beneficial. This involves learning the International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA, to understand how different sounds are produced and perceived. Knowing how to articulate specific sounds correctly can bridge the gap between how words are written and how they are spoken. To further improve pronunciation, recording and playback can be invaluable. Recording yourself speaking and then comparing it to native speakers can help identify areas for improvement. Many language learning apps offer features that analyze pronunciation and provide feedback. Consistency and patience are key. Just as children continuously hear and practice language, adults should regularly engage in pronunciation practice and be patient with the gradual improvement process. In summary, mastering pronunciation involves leveraging the flexibility of the brain through immersive listening, imitative practice, phonetic training, and consistent self-assessment. By incorporating these strategies, adults can enhance their pronunciation skills and bring their spoken English closer to native-like fluency. Focus point 2: the power of 20,000 hours. The notion of accumulating 20,000 hours of exposure to language by the time children start school underscores the depth and consistency of their language learning environment. This extensive interaction with language is a key factor in their rapid and effective language acquisition. Children's language learning is shaped by continuous and varied exposure. They engage in numerous verbal interactions from birth, absorbing and practicing language through conversations, stories, media, and daily experiences. This immersive environment helps them develop a strong grasp of vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. The theory of language acquisition suggests that children learn best through immersion rather than isolated instruction. Research conducted by cognitive scientist Patricia Kuhl reveals that infants are highly responsive to the nuances of spoken language. Her studies demonstrate that infants learn language best when they are exposed to rich, interactive linguistic environments rather than passive ones. For instance, babies who are regularly read to and who hear varied speech patterns develop stronger language skills compared to those with less exposure. Adults aiming to replicate this immersive environment can benefit from several strategies. 1. Engage in active listening. Surround yourself with the target language through various media such as films, podcasts, and radio. Regular listening to native speakers helps in attuning your ear to natural language patterns and intonations. 2. Practice regularly. Establish a consistent language practice routine. While adults may not achieve the same 20,000-hour benchmark as children, setting aside dedicated time each day for practice can significantly enhance language skills. Consistency helps reinforce learning and build fluency over time. 3. Diversify exposure. Incorporate a variety of language sources into your learning routine. This includes different genres of media, diverse accents, and regional dialects. Exposure to a wide range of linguistic contexts helps you adapt to different speaking styles and vocabulary. 4. Use the language actively. Engage in conversations with native speakers or language partners. Participating in active communication helps bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical usage. Language exchange programs or conversation clubs can provide valuable practice opportunities. 5. Integrate language into daily life. Create a language-rich environment by incorporating the language into everyday activities. Label household items with their names in the target language, think or talk to yourself in the language, and use it during routine tasks. 6. Leverage technology. Utilize language learning apps and tools that offer interactive practice and feedback. Many apps provide features that simulate immersion experiences, such as interactive dialogues and pronunciation exercises. The concept of 20,000 hours illustrates the profound impact of continuous and varied language exposure. By adopting strategies that create a similarly immersive environment, adults can enhance their language learning experience and achieve greater fluency. Regular practice, diverse exposure, and active use of the language are essential components in replicating the effective learning environment experienced by children. Focus point 3: Shoshin, beginner's mind. Shoshin, a Japanese term meaning beginner's mind, refers to approaching a task with an openness and eagerness typical of a beginner, regardless of one's level of expertise. This mindset is crucial in language learning, as it allows learners to embrace the process with curiosity and a willingness to make mistakes. The concept of Shoshin is rooted in Zen Buddhism, where it signifies a fresh perspective and a lack of preconceived notions. In language learning, adopting a beginner's mind means approaching the language without the fear of making errors and being open to learning from every experience. Studies in educational psychology support the benefits of maintaining a beginner's mindset. Research by Carol Dweck on mindset theory highlights that a growth mindset, where one believes that abilities can be developed through effort and learning, is more effective than a fixed mindset, where abilities are seen as static. Language learners who embrace a growth mindset are more resilient and motivated, as they view challenges and mistakes as opportunities for improvement rather than failures. Maintaining a beginner's mind in language learning involves several practical approaches. 1. Embrace mistakes. Understand that making errors is a natural part of the learning process. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. For instance, when children learn to speak, they make numerous errors, but gradually refine their skills through practice and correction. Adopting this perspective helps reduce the fear of making mistakes and encourages more frequent practice. 2. Stay curious. Approach the language with curiosity and a desire to explore new aspects of it. Engage with different facets of the language, such as its culture, idioms, and nuances. This curiosity drives deeper learning and keeps the process engaging and enjoyable. 3. Practice patience. Language learning is a gradual process. Cultivate patience and avoid frustration with your progress. Recognize that proficiency develops over time and that consistent practice is key to improvement. 4. Seek feedback. Actively seek feedback from native speakers, teachers, or language partners. Constructive criticism helps identify areas for improvement and reinforces learning. Use feedback as a tool for growth, rather than as a critique of your abilities. 5. Engage in active practice. Engage regularly in speaking and listening activities, even if you feel unsure of your skills. Active practice, such as participating in conversations and language exercises, helps reinforce learning and build confidence. 6. Maintain flexibility. Be open to experimenting with different learning methods and adapting your approach as needed. Flexibility in your learning strategy allows you to discover what works best for you and keeps the process dynamic and effective. Incorporating the principle of Shoshin into your language learning journey fosters a positive and productive learning environment. By embracing mistakes, staying curious, and practicing patience, you can enhance your language skills and maintain motivation throughout the learning process. Adopting a beginner's mind not only makes the journey more enjoyable, but also accelerates progress and skill development. Focus point 4. It's not a hobby. Treating language learning as more than just a hobby is essential for achieving significant progress and fluency. Unlike casual pastimes, language acquisition demands dedication, consistent effort, and a structured approach to be truly effective. Language learning is akin to developing a new skill or profession. It requires a commitment comparable to that of learning an instrument or mastering a sport. Research on skill acquisition, such as the 10,000-hour rule proposed by Malcolm Gladwell, suggests that achieving expertise in any domain typically requires around 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. While this figure is a general guideline and not a strict requirement, it highlights the extensive commitment needed to reach high levels of proficiency. One crucial aspect of treating language learning seriously is setting clear goals and creating a structured plan. Establish specific, measurable objectives, such as achieving a certain level of proficiency on the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEVFAR scale, or being able to hold a conversation on a particular topic. Developing a study plan that includes daily practice, progress tracking, and regular assessments helps maintain focus and direction. Additionally, integrating language learning into daily routines is vital. For instance, set aside dedicated time each day for language practice, and use language learning tools that fit seamlessly into your lifestyle. This might include using language apps during your commute, listening to language podcasts while exercising, or incorporating language practice into daily activities. Immersing yourself in the language is another effective strategy. This involves engaging with the language in various contexts, such as participating in language exchange meetups, attending cultural events, or joining language clubs. Creating an environment where the language is present in your daily life helps reinforce learning and accelerates fluency. Consistency and persistence are key to long-term success. Unlike a hobby, which might be pursued sporadically, Language learning requires regular and persistent effort. Establish a consistent practice schedule and stay committed to it, even when progress seems slow. Persistence is crucial for overcoming challenges and achieving fluency. Seeking feedback and continuous improvement is also essential. Regularly evaluate your progress through language tests, practice with native speakers, and seek constructive feedback from teachers or language partners. This feedback helps identify areas for improvement and ensures that you are progressing effectively. Incorporating these strategies into your language learning routine ensures that the process is treated with the seriousness and dedication it requires. By setting clear goals, integrating practice into daily life, immersing yourself in the language, maintaining consistency, and seeking feedback, you transform language learning from a casual hobby into a meaningful and productive endeavor. This approach not only enhances your proficiency, but also fosters a deeper understanding and appreciation of the language. Focus point 5: Embracing challenges. Language learning is inherently challenging, and understanding this aspect is crucial for maintaining motivation and making steady progress. Unlike some skills that might have a more linear path to mastery, language acquisition involves navigating various obstacles and complexities that require resilience and adaptability. One of the significant challenges in language learning is the complexity of linguistic structures. Unlike a hobby, language involves mastering intricate grammar rules, diverse vocabulary, and pronunciation nuances. For instance, English has irregular verbs, phrasal verbs, and a vast array of idiomatic expressions that can be confusing to learners. This complexity is a natural part of learning any language and requires time and practice to overcome. Cognitive load is another challenge that language learners face. Learning a new language involves cognitive processes such as memory, attention, and problem-solving. A study by John Sweller on cognitive load theory highlights that learning becomes more effective when cognitive resources are managed efficiently. This means that breaking down language learning into manageable chunks and focusing on one aspect at a time can help reduce cognitive overload and enhance learning efficiency. Another key challenge is dealing with plateaus in progress. Language learners often experience periods where improvement seems to stall despite continued effort. Research on skill acquisition suggests that plateaus are a normal part of the learning process and can be seen as opportunities for consolidation rather than failure. Recognizing that these plateaus are temporary and part of the journey helps maintain motivation and encourages continued practice. Cultural nuances and contextual usage also pose challenges. Understanding how language is used in different cultural contexts and social situations requires exposure and experience. For example, idiomatic expressions and cultural references can be difficult to grasp without understanding the cultural background. Immersing yourself in the language's cultural context through media, literature, and interaction with native speakers can help bridge this gap. Perseverance is essential for overcoming these challenges. Embracing the difficulties and viewing them as opportunities for growth, rather than setbacks, fosters a positive learning attitude. Persistence is crucial for tackling the various aspects of language learning and for pushing through periods of stagnation. To effectively embrace and overcome these challenges, consider the following strategies. 1. Break down learning goals. Divide language learning into smaller, manageable goals. Focus on mastering specific aspects of the language, such as grammar rules or vocabulary sets, before moving on to more complex topics. 2. Manage cognitive load. Use techniques like spaced repetition and focused practice sessions to manage cognitive load. Tools such as flashcards and language apps can help reinforce learning without overwhelming your cognitive resources. 3. Embrace plateaus. Understand that plateaus are a normal part of learning. Use this time to review and consolidate previous knowledge and continue practicing regularly. Recognize that progress will resume with continued effort. 4. Immerse in cultural context. Engage with the language through cultural materials such as films, books, and local media. Interacting with native speakers and understanding cultural contexts helps improve comprehension and usage. 5. Maintain persistence. Cultivate a mindset of perseverance and resilience. View challenges as opportunities for growth, and keep pushing through difficulties with a positive attitude. By embracing the inherent challenges of language learning and applying these strategies, you can navigate the complexities of acquiring a new language more effectively. Understanding and accepting these challenges as part of the journey enhances motivation, improves learning outcomes, and fosters a deeper connection with the language. In conclusion, mastering English or any language is a journey that requires dedication, strategy, and an open mind. By exploring the key focus points of this audiobook, you've gained valuable insights into how to approach language learning with a fresh perspective and practical strategies. Firstly, mastering pronunciation involves embracing the natural ability of your brain to adapt and learning from regular exposure to the language. Just as children learn effortlessly by listening, you too can improve your pronunciation by immersing yourself in authentic English interactions. Secondly, understanding the power of accumulating 20,000 hours of language exposure emphasizes the importance of creating an immersive environment. Consistent and diverse practice helps build a strong foundation, similar to the extensive language interactions children experience before school. Thirdly, adopting a Shoshin or beginner's mind allows you to approach language learning with curiosity and openness. Embracing mistakes, staying curious, and practicing patience are essential for making steady progress and maintaining motivation. Fourthly, treating language learning as a serious endeavor rather than a hobby highlights the need for commitment and structured practice. By setting clear goals, integrating language into daily life, and persisting through challenges, you can achieve greater fluency and proficiency. Finally, acknowledging and embracing the challenges of language learning is crucial for long-term success. Recognizing the complexities, managing cognitive load, and maintaining perseverance will help you navigate obstacles and continue growing in your language journey. We appreciate your support and hope you found this audiobook insightful and motivating. If you enjoyed this content, please like the audiobook and consider subscribing to the MediaDeem YouTube channel for more valuable language learning resources. Remember, listening is key to improving your English skills. The more you listen, the better you speak. Keep engaging with the language, stay persistent, and enjoy the learning process. Thank you for joining us, and keep listening.